it's Shannon and welcome to my channel, The Daily DIYer. Thank you so much to Boutique Rugs for sponsoring today's video. BoutiqueRugs.com is an amazing online store where you can find some of the most beautiful rugs at affordable prices, but they also have some amazing home decor as well, and I'll get into more of that throughout this video. But before we get started with this bedroom makeover, I kind of wanted to take a step back and rewind for just a minute. So for the last 2 years, we have been building and creating my she shed, or my tiny home, or my filming studio, my crafting space, whatever you want to call it. I'll make sure to put the playlist to that if you want to go back and rewatch that. We are finally 100% done with that project, which means we are now moving to our home. So we definitely have a fixer-upper here. It is a 100-plus-year-old home. We actually kind of got a glimpse into the potential that our home has last fall when we did a huge bathroom renovation. I'll make sure to link that video down in the playlist as well too, so you can go back and see that whole process, because we basically gutted the whole thing and started over. So we're definitely looking forward to 2021 as we spend more time and efforts here inside of our home. We have a bathroom, we have 2 kiddos' bedrooms, we have a whole stairway and hallway that needs updated. We have a kitchen, we have flooring to install, and we also have our bedroom. So we have done a little bit of work in here, and I'll show you what this space looked like before. We actually had some buttery cream walls and wood trim. We ended up painting all of the trim white, which it's white throughout the whole entire rest of our house, so it just made sense to go ahead and do that here in this room as well, especially since we were also adding a very dark navy blue color to the walls. So beyond painting and adding in some furniture, we still needed to make some updates and personalize our space much more than it already was. So that's what I'm going to share with you in today's video. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So here is a quick overview with the headboard, which I DIY'd, and I'll make sure to link a tutorial to that in the description box below. And you can see it's pretty dark in here. So the very first thing I wanted to do was to add a new area rug. Oh my goodness, I am so excited right now. I have been wanting a area rug for in here for so long, mainly because we have hardwood floors. I just kind of wanted something to soften the space, and it not only softened the space, but it just instantly brightened it up in here, because obviously we have dark furniture and we have these beautiful dark walls that we love, but it's also nice to kind of balance it with some lighter furniture and accessories to help complement the space. So let me tell you a little bit about this area rug, because I had so many questions about the one in our living room when we did that video, that I wanted to make sure I didn't leave out any details about this one in case you're looking for an area rug too. This is the Rachel area rug by Boutique Rugs, and it has sort of a ivory undertone and then a gray accent. It's a very modern farmhouse vibe, which I was looking for, and it's perfect for in here. I'm so loving it. We ended up getting the 6 foot 7 inch by 9 foot size for in here, because our room is kind of an awkward shape and size. So this is kind of the perfect size for underneath our queen size bed. And I have the best deal to share with you all. You can use my coupon code DIYer60 and save 60% off BoutiqueRugs.com's entire website. So this rug was regularly $385, but with my code, it is only $154. Such an amazing deal. And then I want to work on a project that I want to show you guys, but let me show you the bench that it's kind of my inspiration. All right, so I'm bringing you up here really quickly because the headboard and this mirror, which you can see me in over there, has a lot to do with the new addition of this bench at the foot of the bed. The top of it mimics the tufting on the headboard, and then the finish on the legs also mimics the mirror in the corner. But I also have a piece I really wanted to kind of match the set that could use a little bit of updating. I actually have a vanity over here. I've never really shown you guys or social media or anything this area. It's kind of a new addition and I'm loving it. I've never had a vanity before, so it's been nice to have a place to do my hair and makeup. This little desk here was a thrift store find that we kind of had to fix a little bit. And I've always wanted to refinish it, even though I really love the wood color. I want it to kind of have the same look as the mirror and the bench. So I'm not going to do too much to it, but I want to show you how I'm going to update it so it all looks, matches, and has the same feel in this room. All right, so like I said, I wanted this piece to kind of mimic the other furniture in the room, and that has like a whitish kind of weathered look to it, or weathered wood look to it. And I was at a big hardware store and found this lime wash glaze, and basically all it says to do is to dip your rag into it. You want your rag to be damp, and then you just wipe it on. So this product was sort of like a watered down paint, I would say, and it's totally different than like a wax or even like a chalk paint, but it does give you sort of a textured surface. So that was really, really cool, kind of what I was wanting. And what I did was I just rubbed the glaze into the wood, going with the wood grain. And so I just sort of played with it and worked with it, gave it some darker spots here and there, rubbed it thinner in other spots. And it does sort of dry a little bit lighter than what you're seeing here. So you can even go back and do a couple coats if you want, or go back and touch it up in spots where you think it needs more. Here's kind of a look at what it looked like next to the unfinished woods. You can kind of see the finish that it gives it. And I just did this on the entire desk as well as on the front drawer. So this was sort of a subtle before and after, but it was just the right touch that this piece needed to sort of tie it into the rest of the furniture in the room, which is what I was wanting. I actually really, really love the way this turned out. And I also had this empty space above the vanity mirror, and we have 9-foot tall ceilings in our home. So I had quite a bit of empty space above there, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to add above the mirror, so I kind of raided my decor stash and found this decorative piece that was in a different part of the house at one time, and it just fit perfectly right over the mirror. So I added that to the wall, and that was just kind of the finishing touch on this space. So I always try to use things that we already have to save money. It's a great budget-friendly way. And this vase is something that we've had for a long time, and I really wanted a pop of white in the room to kind of keep it balanced with the white trim and that white decorative piece. So I just took some glossy white spray paint and gave this vase a couple coats. All right, so anytime I redo a room, I always put fresh flowers in there. I love fresh flowers, and I know they don't live very long, but it just makes the room look so fresh, and it makes me happy. So I got some fresh flowers from the grocery store. I'm gonna arrange them. You guys saw me spray paint this old vase, and I really wanted a white vase, but they're kind of pricey. So I just had this glass one from a long, long time ago. Took some spray paint, turned it white, totally changed the look. I also don't really like to see the stems in the clear glass, so this is a really like super simple way to take Dollar Tree even vases, spray paint them, and they look a little bit more high-end. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some flower arranging. I love doing that too.
So we also had a ton of empty space above the full-length mirror in our corner, and I actually had this hanging vase that was from our porch decor last spring. Actually had a real plant in it at one time, but of course it's wintertime and it wasn't in use, so I decided to put some styrofoam in it and some greenery that I already had and hang that above the mirror. There actually already was a hook in the ceiling from the previous owners, so they must have had something there as well. So I utilized that and hung this little greenery plant from the ceiling. I am definitely one of those people that loves a ton of pillows on my bed. It just makes it extra cozy and fluffy and comfortable. So I always put our regular sleeping pillows in the back. That kind of hides them. And then in the front, I'm adding 3 of these 22-inch size Rustington pillows from Boutique Rugs. Yes, they even carry pillow covers. These are gorgeous. They are sort of a two-toned velvet, very high quality but very affordable pillow cover. Normally these pillow covers are $75 each, but with my coupon code DIYer60 they are only $30 each. Next up are the Allenwood pillow covers that are 18-inch from boutiquerugs.com. I am obsessed with these pillows. They are so beautiful and intricate. I love that they kind of tie in this wood piece that is above our bed, but they have a beautiful two-toned navy color to them, and they have this intricate beading. Normally these are $74.25 each, but with my coupon code they are only $29.70. Such an incredible deal for these amazing pillow covers. And next I brought in a small pillow from our couch to sort of balance the space. This throw blanket is from our living room as well. We got it as a wedding gift and I love it so much. So I love mixing old with new. On top of that, I put a tray with a vase of greenery, a book to add some height, and then we always enjoy coffee in bed. So I added a coffee cup to this just as a nod to that, as well as a little dainty candle to kind of finish off this cute little tray. It was super exciting to finally see all of these details coming together and our personalities definitely starting to shine through in this space. I will make sure to link down in the description box links to some of the accessories that you can find that I featured in this video, along with the boutique rug items that you can get for 60% off. But I wasn't quite finished yet. There was a space next to the full-length mirror. I kind of made this into a makeshift dressing area and I really wanted a little jewelry display there, and so I decided to make one, and you can literally make this for only a couple dollars. I'm using a scrap piece of 1x2 and some dowel rods, and to create this I'm just making marks along the sides of the 1x2, and then I'll be drilling straight through the sides big enough that my dowel rods would fit through, and that is what's going to hold my earrings and my bracelets and my necklaces. To keep those dowel rods in place, I added a little bit of tacky glue onto them and slid them into place to where they were centered, and then let that dry so that my dowel rods would stay and not move around. Then I decided I wanted this to have the same finish as the furniture in the room, so the vanity and the mirror and the bench. So I started by painting it with my traditional burnt umber acrylic paint, and once that was dry, I went back over it with that same lime wash glaze, and that is how I got a similar finish. So I'm going to show you what I did initially, but I think I'm going to change this up now that I have it on the wall. I'm actually just inserting a sawtooth picture hanger on the back so that I could hang it on the wall. So I just brought it over once it was dry and finished and found a spot on the wall that I wanted, added a nail to the wall, and then hung this from the nail. But because it's one of those balancing act type things, I think I'm going to go ahead and actually screw this directly into the wall, so that way as you are putting things on and taking things off, it's not wobbling back and forth, and you don't have that instance where it could like all topple over one way or the other. And that way it's kind of more permanent that way. This is kind of more way you can do it if you just need it temporarily, and it works, but you're just gonna have to be really careful as you are adding things and taking them off if you're gonna use the sawtooth picture hanger. And now on to lighting. We actually had this gorgeous ceiling fan which had stained glass in it, and we absolutely loved it. However, it just seemed to cast an orangish glow into the room, and it wasn't bright at all because of the thicker stained glass. So we decided to swap it out with this 6-arm chandelier style light instead. We also added that beautiful medallion to the ceiling as well, and we also put it on a dimmer so we can use it for more task lighting, but also tone it down to when we need to. We also added new bedside table lamps. These are the Blackford table lamps from boutiquerugs.com. They have a gorgeous mercury glass finish along with a linen style lampshade and brass metal finishes. I love the brass because it also ties in the handles that are on our side tables, so it helps pull the whole look together. And I am obsessed with mercury glass. So as soon as I saw these, I absolutely knew they would be a beautiful fit in our room. The silver in the mercury glass also has almost like a bluish tint to it, so it also helps tie in the wall color and the accent colors. These beautiful lamps are normally $3.45, but if you use my coupon code, you get 60% off, which makes them only $138. I'll make sure to link these down in the description box below as well.
It feels so good to finally have this space finished and feeling more like us. The only other thing I think I may possibly do is actually put board and batten in here. If you think that's a good idea, let me know down in the comments below. And again, this is going to be a big year for lots of renovations, so make sure to subscribe if you enjoy watching those before and afters and the whole process of updating. And don't forget to check the description box below to links to some of the products that I showed you throughout this video from boutiquerugs.com, and don't forget to use my coupon code DIYer60 to save 60% off your total purchase. Thanks so much again for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.